Hey everyone, the Asset Stacker. It's a little bit late. I was going to try to get this video out earlier today, but today is Friday. This is going to be the comment video for anybody who would like to win one of these silver bars. We did give the first one of the 10 away last week, or from last week's video. It actually went out in the mail this week, and this is the Asahi bar put out, is the one who put this out. It's the American Reserve. And I believe that they said this was the Colombian Goddess bar. So this is, I did get 10 of those. And like I said, I'm going to be giving away one a week. Just wanted to give something away to you guys and give you a chance to win some. And I actually the front of this is nice. Don't get me wrong. But there's something about the leather look on the back of this bar that I really like. And they may consider this the front of the bar. I don't know, but this is my favorite side. Let me know what you guys think. Is this your favorite side, or do you prefer the actual Colombian Goddess side with the American flag and all that? But either way, this is going to be a comment video. And for all of you that's watched in the past, typically most of my comment videos will consist of 3 different pieces of information. I'll probably do 3 pieces of information again in 3 keywords. I usually do Bible, like a book, a chapter, and a verse, but I don't really have a Bible verse that's on my mind today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come up with a different 3 words that need to go into your comment. The first word is going to be monument. And so for this video, as far as what I wanted to put out in this video tonight or today, I am going to answer a few questions. I actually posted on my community tab, posted a question on the community tab probably a couple of weeks ago. Just kind of wanted to know what some of you guys would be interested in a video on. And I did get a couple of good questions that people had that they would like to have some answers to. And a lot of this is going to be geared, I think, towards new stackers. So this will kind of go towards that. But it's also something that I think that anybody could use, the information that's going to be the answers to these questions. And again, these are just my opinions and maybe some of my past experiences on how I answer some of these questions. You may agree or disagree, but I'm just going to be able to tell you from my experience the best I can on how stacking and the answers to these questions. So the first question that was asked was, I would like to know, what's the best purchasing method for silver? Once a week, once a month, or waiting for dips? For me, that's going to be kind of a difficult one to say. Once a week, there are some guys. It seems like My Silver Journey, he does typically seem to have weekly purchases, or at least he puts out videos of things he's picked up for each week. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It's probably a good method as far as coming up with price averaging. Some weeks things will be a little higher than other weeks, but typically I purchase a lot of my purchases once a month. Now that doesn't mean that I do it all at one time. A lot of times I will, but like this month in particular, earlier this month on the 1st of August, I actually went to a coin show in Dalton, Georgia. And I purchased, on my gold purchases, I purchased 2 of the 3 1/10 ounces that I pick up every month. But I did order online the 3rd 1/10 ounce because I could not find a deal on the Britannia. So I picked it up this month online. And fortunately, just the other day when gold and all the markets were taking a hit, I happened to notice that they were taking a hit, and I purchased the 1/10 ounce on the dip, and I got it at a lot better price than what I would have been able to get it for had I purchased it on the 1st. So buying the dips, it does. I mean, yes. I guess the hardest part about buying the dips, to answer your question, you never really know when the bottom is actually the bottom and when it's going to bounce back and start going back up. The dip the other day, earlier this month, earlier this week, it only lasted for a few hours. And like I said, I was fortunate enough. There was about a 2 or 3 hour window when it was at its lowest, and that just so happens to be when I ordered. But typically, that is very difficult to time that right. And I didn't know if I was timing it right when I ordered it. I just saw that there was a dip. I didn't know if it was going to continue to dip lower. I just knew that I could get the gold at a much cheaper price, and silver too. I actually did purchase some silver as well from an online dealer at the same time, or roughly about the same time. But my point is, the buying the dip is extremely difficult to do. When you see that prices are dropping from their what seems to be the normal, it's probably a good idea to buy. But there's a chance that when you buy it thinking, hey, this has dropped gold, whether it be gold, if it's, drops below 2,400 is what it did the other day and got down, I think it was like 23 something. And like I said, I don't really pay attention. I'm not one of those that pays attention to the day-to-day fluctuations of gold or silver, because honestly, I'm a long-term investor and I hold over the long term. So if I buy it today and silver is $35 an ounce, if that's what I'm having to pay for it, by the time I intend to sell it, I truly believe that it's going to be much higher than $35 an ounce. So, for long-term investments and a long-term hold, today's fluctuation in prices to me really is not, other than the fact that obviously when it goes cheaper, that's the more you can, the more you can buy. So, but yeah, I think that the most important thing is just consistency. I would not, yes, like I said, I would buy the dip if I noticed that it dips. But if you're going to hold your money and wait for a dip, you could hold, there would have been months that I wouldn't have bought anything, because what was the new high, and you would think when something gets to not necessarily an all-time high, but a new high from the averages that it had been in the previous months up to that point, you would think, well, it's probably going to taper back, and then you could buy that dip. And like I said, that's a strategy to try, but there's going to be months that you won't buy anything, because sometimes the new high becomes the new low. And it may dip later, it may take a dive, but sometimes corrections and fluctuations take time. So for me, I just try to have a set budget that I can afford, and whatever price value that is, if it's $100 a month, if it's $100 a week, or whatever that is, that your price point is, I would just try to buy as much as I can at that price point, whatever the price point is at that point in time. So like I said, if it's $100 a month that you can invest into precious metals, and that's what your goal is to spend that much per month, then if silver's $33 an ounce, or that's what you can get it for, then you're going to get about 3 ounces. And next month, whenever you have your $100 in hand to go purchase again, if it was, and it's not going to be in a quick jump that quick, I don't think, but let's say that it's $50 an ounce, then obviously you're only going to get 2 ounces. So anyway, that's my take on the answer to the first question. So I hope that helps. But again, like I said, it's consistency of buying is probably going to be your best bet, as long as you're a long hold investor. If you're looking to purchase on a short to try to flip and make a profit, I guess those dips and all that stuff would definitely make more sense to you. But that's going to be a tough game to try to play unless you're able to flip product really quick. The next question was from Silver Stacker 55. It says, I've been wondering how to get the lowest premiums on silver. Most of the silver that I see is selling for more than twice its value. And I would like to know how to expand my stack. And that's a good question. If you're looking at silver that is twice its value, you are looking at high premium silver. Silver, I mean, even the American Eagle, okay, which is going to be the most recognizable government bullion coin in the world, and it's got probably a $5 premium. So if silver is trading at, if the spot price is trading at $30 an ounce, you're going to be able to get Eagles somewhere around 35. It won't be 60 an ounce. If you're looking at pieces that are $60 per ounce, you're actually looking at collectible type silver, which is never really good for expanding a stack. If you're a collector stacker and you are into high premium silver, you're going to have a hard time flipping that and making a profit on a short. Now, long term, possibly as silver goes up and as collectability of an item goes up, as it becomes more rare and harder to get, then that would definitely probably be the case as long as the economy is good. But high premium collectible silver is going to be just like anything else that's collectible. If the market, that particular market's going to fluctuate tremendously, and it could actually tank. If the economy is bad, and I mean, let's say back in the Depression, if you were collecting something collectible, you were going to have a harder time finding somebody that could afford to buy collectible pieces. So my suggestion would be, if you're wanting, and according to your question, your biggest concern is expanding your stack. Like I said, don't be looking at the type of silver that is highly collectible. I would probably make the base of my stack constitutional silver because it is fractional. I would stick with 90% as much as possible. I would not go with 40 or 35, which I do have a lot of 40 and a lot of 35% silver in my stack. But that is not the core of my stack. It's just because that's what I was able to purchase when I first started out. If you want to go back and look at an earlier video of mine, you will find that I recommend people putting ads in on Craigslist. I mean, that's how I did it. If you're uncomfortable with that, don't do it. But I did Craigslist ad. You could. I don't do Facebook, but you could probably do Facebook as well. I would buy from the general public because you're going to be able to get better deals from the public than you are from a coin shop or online dealers, because you can negotiate prices. That's the way. If I was trying to expand my base of my stack right now, that's exactly what I would be doing. I would be buying from individuals, trying to make deals with people based on what they're wanting to sell. And you can always get more. When I did that, I was always, even earlier this year, I did it to see if I still could, because it'd been a couple of years since I'd done it. And you can buy constitutional silver under spot. And a lot of people don't believe that, but that is exactly what you can do. And I've done it for years, and I tell people what it's worth. I mean, I'm honest about it. I will tell them, if you have $100 worth of silver, I'm willing to pay you 90. And a lot of times how I base my prices is I will call a local coin shop, and all of my local coin shops, I will call them up and ask them, what are you paying for 90% silver? And because obviously they're buying it at the lowest price that they can, because they're going to turn around and flip it and sell it to the general public and make a profit because it's their business. But it's easy to find out what it is they're paying, and then all you have to do is offer what they're paying. And most people will sell to you because that is the market value for them to sell it, unless they're going to try to will and deal and sell to the public just like a local coin shop does, or just like I'm doing. Even though I'm not a local coin shop, I just use the same strategy that the coin shop does. And that would probably make a lot of coin shops and stuff like that frustrated that I even bring that up, but that's just the truth. It is a cheap way to build your stack. It's probably one of the cheapest ways. The second option is, if you'll watch the video that I put out of me going to the coin show in Dalton, Georgia, you'll find that I was able to pick that morning before I left. Like I said, I went with a mission to buy some gold, and I looked up what the absolute cheapest price I could find 1/10 ounce American Eagles, Maple Leafs, and Britannias. And I looked up those three prices, what was the cheapest online price that I could find for those three pieces. And I went to the coin show, and I was able to pick up an American Eagle and a Maple Leaf, both of them at $10 cheaper each one. The cheapest that morning that I was able to find online for an American Eagle was like right at $275. At the coin show, I negotiated one for $265. So I saved $10 by going to the coin show, and it was free admission to the coin show. Maple Leaf was the same way. The cheapest I was able to find it online was like $270 that morning before I left, and I got it for $260. So again, dealing with someone that's like the public, going to coin shows and putting an ad out, that is going to be the cheapest way that you're going to be able to pick up your silver and your gold, in my opinion. It's a little more risky because you do have to worry about fakes. You don't really have to worry about fakes when you're purchasing from an online dealer. Like this silver that I bought right here, this came from Monument Metals, and I don't have to worry about it being legit. It's going to be legit. So that is my answer to that question. I think that's probably the best way to expand your stack and the cheapest way to expand it. The second piece, for everybody who's interested in winning one of these, the actual second word is going to be metals. So you had the first word of the comment earlier. Now you've got the second. There'll be one more at the end of this video. And then, so long story short, that would be how I would do that. All right. So next question. Thanks for taking us along in your adventure. Now, this is going to be a comment that was not on the community tab, but this is actually one of the comments that came in on the Dalton, Georgia coin show. These next three questions are going to be based off of that. So this next one says, thanks for taking us along on the adventure. Do you think any of the sellers, talking about at the coin show, would barter or trade up types for trade up type purchases? So would they barter for trade up type purchases? I would say yes, you probably could. There are, depending on the size of a coin show, you're going to have anywhere from probably 50 to 600 or more tables, depending on how big the show. That's a lot of people who, that's all they do is they will and deal. So finding someone who is willing to deal with you and trade and barter. In fact, before the show starts, a lot of the sellers, as they're setting up, getting ready for the show, they are willing and dealing and trading and bartering with each other for items that they have that one of the other guys wants, and they'll barter back and forth. I mean, it's just, yes, it's an open market. So I would say yes, for sure. If you've got something that you are interested in trading, I would take it with me. At the very least, I do know that there's a lot of tables there that even have signs up that says, hey, we buy. And they were there not just selling, but they were there to look at what you brought in that you wanted to sell to them. They're willing to buy from you as well. So by all means, go to a coin show, and if you got pieces you either want to sell or try to trade or barter, I would do it. Next question is, I'm in Alabama, which is where I'm from, And this person wanted to know, how do you find out about coin shows? So actually, Southeast Stacker was the one that told me about the first show that I went to. And then, of course, he and I went to the one in Dalton. But really, you could just Google coin shows near me. I think there was coinbiz.net, I think is what it was. I'll have to look it up, and maybe I'll link it and put it in the description of this video. But you could get on there, best of my memory, you could just get on there and you could pick any state, and it tells you the major shows. And then other YouTubers. If you'll look, a lot of people commented in some of my videos and said, there was a gentleman that commented on one of my videos on the Dalton one. And if I'm not mistaken, that was where he posted that he was going to be going to a coin show that's coming up, I think in November or December, I can't remember, but it's going to be in Gallatin, Tennessee, which is just outside of Nashville, not too far. And so that one was actually not even listed on coinbiz.net or whatever that website is that I put in the description. So you'll find out about it from other people that have the same interest as you. So just dig around a little bit. It doesn't take too much to find. They do try to advertise because they want you to show up. So the last question is going to be, really it's not a question, it was more of a comment. And this is from Kathy4395. She says, my husband has negotiated at Walmart before. Talk to the store manager. And what that was, like that was more of a comment, not a question. And it made me think when I read the comment what it was about. Her comment was in reference to I was talking about negotiations, how you can negotiate at a coin show and barter with them. And I said, it's not like going to Walmart and you don't get to negotiate at Walmart. And she was saying, well, her husband had, and that made me think. And I can think of a time that even I did. I didn't think about it in the video, but even I've negotiated at Walmart. So I was kind of wrong when I said that in that video. But what I negotiated at Walmart was something on a clearance aisle. They had a clearance section. Most every Walmart does. And I was going to try to buy stuff in bulk and try to sell it on eBay to try to flip it and make money. So I got in touch with a store manager as well. I think it might have been a store manager or an assistant manager or whatever it was. I don't know if it was the store manager for sure. But I did negotiate prices with them too. So I guess you can barter at Walmart. So I was wrong on that. And she kind of pointed that out, made me think about that when I read her comment. So, but anyway, that's the questions I had. And I may do another Q&A video later on. If you guys have questions, you're curious about stuff, if you have questions about how to do, because you're new to this, or maybe you're not new, you just want a little bit of somebody else's insight, and hey, what did you do? Because you guys have done things that I ain't even thought of yet. And when you share it, it helps me. When I share it, I hope it helps you. So if you do have questions, put it in the comment section below in this video. But do not forget to leave the 3 pieces of information that goes to win this bar. I've already given you the first 2 words. The last word is going to be Asahi, which is going to be the one that put this out. And don't worry about the spelling. If you can't figure out how to spell it, as long as I can tell you're trying, I will definitely let you keep that, and that will still be an entry to win this bar. So hopefully one of you guys that don't have one of these will win one. And even if you do have it, you'll get to have another one. So make sure that you put those 3 pieces of information in the comment section, and you will be eligible to win the second of 10. So I'm looking forward to giving that away. And how that will work is this comment video that you're watching right now will be posted, and you will be allowed to comment on it until this coming Monday. Monday, I will draw from the comments with a random comment selector, and the first one of you that it selects that has the 3-word key phrase wins the bar, and you will be announced on Monday who it is that wins it. But I do appreciate you watching. If you've watched all the way to the end of these videos, you guys, I sure do appreciate it. Please like and share these videos. And if you don't care, please hit the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, most of the people that watch my videos, according to YouTube, y'all are not subscribers, and I don't make that a mandate, but it really would help me. I would like to get this channel up above the 1,000 subscribers. My watch hours ain't enough to get, it's not all about monetization, but I would like that personal goal of hitting that 1,000. 500 is all you need to start the monetizing process. I've already got that. I've not tried to monetize it. I'm not eligible to monetize, and I don't really know if it ever will be. But like I said, this is not my living. This is my fun. But I would like to know that you guys are interested by your subscribing and, just being a part, leaving a comment, letting me know what you think. If I need to change something, let me know it. If you like what I'm doing, then let me know that too, because I really don't know. I'm just shooting in the dark. I do this because it's fun, and I do it in a way that's fun to me, but that doesn't mean that you enjoy it. And I'd like to at least be something that you could enjoy, and at least share a little bit of your time with me each week, and that I could be a place that you could come and watch and trust, and know that you're getting content that helps you. But at the same time, it's good, clean family content that you don't have to worry about your kids hearing. So if you would, just please leave me a comment, subscribe, share the video, and remember, you stack your wealth one asset at a time, so keep stacking.